Good evening to you. Destiny awaits 4 men within the next 7 days, but there's the possibility we end tonight's race with Anthony Chamor as TRL champion for the very first time. It's round 11 of 12 in Season 7 of Turbo Racing League. Titles could be won tonight, and it is qualifying for the US Grand Prix around the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Let's firstly take a look at the Constructors' Championship permutations, which of course can be won tonight by McLaren. And there's a lot of things to talk about when it comes to McLaren as well. But McLaren have a 69-point gap over Red Bull, 2 races to go and 86 points remaining. Red Bull need to gain at least 27 points on the British constructor to take the title fight to Abu Dhabi next weekend. And of course the big one, the Drivers' Championship. If Hector outscores all of his title rivals this weekend, he's champion for the first ever time in this league. The only situation where he wouldn't win the title if he outscored everyone is if he finished 9th and Sam Lewis finishing 10th, due to, of course, Sam Lewis having a much better countback record. Sam Lewis has to win to take the lead of the title race with a Grand Prix to go, with Hector finishing 10th or lower. Oscar has to outscore his teammate by 6 points, and Ryu has to outscore Hector by 10 points. Titan, what's the chance we get all 4 men in the title fight next week?
I mean, anything's possible at the moment. I mean, Sam Lewis incredible pace and just incredible from Sam Lewis, but the others can definitely make it work out if they find something in the box of tools they have.
Yeah, of course, during this stream and race, as we see the overcast skies around the Circuit of the Americas, we will have the match schedule announcements for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, as the goal updates as well from Leeds United versus Liverpool at Ellen Road. 17.5 minutes to go in the penultimate qualifying session of the season. We're very glad to have your company with us this evening. It all has come down to this, and we have movement as the Racing Bull off West Streezy heads out onto the track first, and it's been a mixed season for him, Titan.
Yeah, lots of good moments, lots of moments that, you know, want to forget and never ever remember, most likely, but it's been a lot of drivers, it's been all over the place.
And hopefully for his sake he will end his season on a high. Plenty of news in the league this week, specifically surrounding yourself, and Theo, talk to us a little bit about that one.
Just a little frustration, got told that he wasn't going to race anymore, and then comes back, different team. So
Look, I suppose for Theo, do you believe he's betrayed you?
I mean, it stings a little. It'll wear off eventually, but just something we didn't expect.
So we will, of course, find out who gets pole position, who, of course, will go to Abu Dhabi in the... Thomas is out of the session already!
What?
Thomas has crashed on the back straight, and he's out of qualifying immediately, Titan.
Yeah, wheel off completely. I wonder if he was, I don't know, weaving a little too much throttle.
Well, he said he had the pace. He's not going to be able to display it. But Titan, it's all over to you. First qualifying session of the weekend in the company of West Streezy.
Alright, we're going by West Streezy, out of the last corner, start the lap, now up to the hill, and it's blind corner here. You can't really see anything onto entry, you just have to know where the braking points are, and turn in, nice and smoothly, over the curb there, nicely done. A bit of a slide, ever so slightly, but good. To keep it on track now, through the S's, first one, second one, third one, and then the fourth one. To the first sector being complete, it's going to be 24.8 for the first sector. Now back up the hill, very, very changing in the conditions of the track, of the undulations. Now down, hard braking to the entry of the biggest straight on the track. DRS zone coming right up, now activated, using all the battery in that V-carb, now all the way down to the last part, the last corner of the second sector. Nicely done on the edges of the track, the limits. But go before you actually go off the track limits. Nicely done, nice and smooth. It's very easy to spin here and lose traction. There we go, nice and easy, turning it in, glides it in through. Nice done. Now right hander, flat out all around. ERS active, 7th gear, now all the way down to 5th. Got a braking really good there, didn't go off, and now the final corner. Swinging it in. Yeah, it's like across the line, and it's going to be 132 dead on.
Hey guys, can I commentate for 10 minutes?
Yeah, absolutely. But first and foremost, Thomas, what on earth happened?
So I actually found out that when you're weaving, you shouldn't use overtake and DRS.
Is it as simple as that?
It is as simple.
Is it as simple as that?
No, I feel like I've started last once before and I won the race, so if I do it again...
Well, Sam Lewis, sorry Thomas, but Sam Lewis immediately goes to the top of the timesheets, 1 minute 31.073 to get his potential title-defining weekend underway. Magnusheep is on an outlap. Ryu Zappa is coming towards the penultimate corner of the track, so we'll take you through the rest of his lap. 5th gear through turn number 18, then towards turn number 19. Ryu Zappa, the Mexican Meister, of course, won the tireless championship here many years ago and is only 21,000 seconds away. Thomas.
That is a very, very good lap from Ryu. Only 200ths away from Sam Lewis, and that's already a PB in the banker. So, yeah.
Titan, great lap from Ryu, who of course is trying to keep his title challenge alive. Do you think he can do it?
I mean, earlier in the Storm News channel, obviously he gave the percentages for the championship, and he is on the lower side of everyone else. But if he has some luck, and if he puts all of his effort, all of his skill with the car into it, could pull it off.
Well, both McLarens have bailed out of their first runs. Heckron is in the pits, and Oscar has slowed down to basically a stop. He's got back going again. So 5 out of the 12 drivers this weekend have set lap times. It's all over now to Thomas, who's going to take us through Magnusheep's lap as he comes through the penultimate corner.
Yep. So a good lap for Magnusheep here. Realistically, just getting in the 31s as a banker is not bad. Opens the DRS, starts the ERS, and you want to be burning to around 80% is ideal. Stick to the right for turn 1, and he starts braking. Nice trail braking there. Clips the apex nicely. Most drivers opt for turn 3, for gear 3 there, because it reduces wheel spin. That's what that proves. Because he had a bit of a snap there. Uses a lot of ERS through here, more than most drivers, I'd say. Bit of a mistake there. He had to lift a lot because he didn't have the perfect line. We're coming through here now. Brakes down to 3rd gear. You have to really hug the apex there, which he does quite nicely, and within the track limits. So it's not too bad of a first sector here for Magnus. He's got a bit less ERS than others might be. 50%, and he'll be draining loads of that down the back straight here. And he'll just hug it a bit right just to minimise the distance, using as much ERS as he can. And then this braking zone is very difficult. You really want to clip the apex a lot here, cut a lot of it. That was not bad. You want to cut a bit more, but it wasn't the worst in the world. This very technical section here, this is where the downforce comes into play. If you have the extra front wing, it's going to do you very, very well. It looks not too bad, a bit tidy, but gets a bit of a snap on the exit as well. So he's struggling a bit on that traction there. Uses the ERS. Runs out of deploy very, very early though, so that might be a bit of a mistake for him. He needs to clean up on the next one. Misses the apex a tiny bit, and coming through the final corner, hugs that apex nicely up to the line, and what's it going to do?
Thomas, please retire, Thomas, because you did a great job there. Well done.
Yeah, I know. What can I say? Once I retire in season 13, I can come.
Season
13, Thomas retirement. You heard it from him first.
Yeah, I've
Titan, great luck for Magnusheep for his season so far, but it is well below where he could be.
Yeah, he had to use a lot of VRS right at the start of the lap just to regain some time lost when he lost some traction from the first corner.
Trevor Robinson has invalidated his second run, so we'll throw it back to Thomas. What do you make of the big news of the Mercedes signing of Bottas and Magnusheep?
It's obviously very important because they're two great drivers that have won drivers' championships and constructors. But at the same time, I look at them and their recent form. It's not necessarily a championship winning team. It's more, I'd say, almost like a vibe team like Red Bull are at the moment. I don't think it's necessarily going to be challenging the McLarens or the Ferraris right at the top every race.
What about you, Titan? Any opinions? Well, we've always worked great together, and Mercedes, they used to be really good back in the heyday, and with these two particular drivers, it's definitely a chance to bring that glory back.
Well, we got 9 and a quarter. Oh, and Bottas cuts turn 12 very nicely there. You got 10 out of 10 for that, but never mind. 9 minutes, 5 seconds left in the 11th qualifying session of the season. Sam Lewis goes again. We'll take you through his second run as he rises 31 metres above sea level up towards that incredibly challenging turn number 1. Second gear, 90 kilometres an hour. Down that 31 metres of elevation as he goes through turns number 2, and then it's left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right for as far as the eye can see. 3, 4, 5, 6. First sector split coming up now as he heads through turn number 7. He is 18 thousandths of a second down, but that time can be found back, you'd like to think. Fourth gear as he heads out of the S section, but it's not been the perfect start to the lap that he would have envisaged, Thomas.
Not the best, but it has looked tidy because he's Sam Lewis, and that's what he does. Clips that apex
Heading
very
through.
nicely.
Heading out of turn number 11 now, he's got 50% of his battery left, opens up the rear slot in his rear wing, the drag reduction system being retired in Formula 1 tomorrow, but won't be retired in TRL for another couple of months at least. Down towards turn number 12 he goes, was at about 330 kilometers an hour, drops it all the way down to 100. Second gear rising up to third, then fourth, then dropping it back down to third. He's 2 tenths up in the middle sector, and that's great news for him, Titan.
Yeah, absolutely. He's gained it back. And he's doing very well and definitely going to make the most of his lap.
He's only got a couple more corners to negotiate around turn 18 towards 19 and 20. I was watching him last night on late night, and he looked incredibly quick. He still looks incredibly quick. Ryu Zappu coming from the middle sector himself. He is 4 tenths down, so he will go again. 4 seconds, I should say, but Sam Lewis to the line. 1 minute 30.668. And that is a scary time for the rest, Thomas.
Yeah, that is a very, very quick lap. But he knows he can do more. It's Oscar, only 700ths away. That's a very, very impressive time from him.
And Titan's main flaw this weekend was not being there, but Hecron only 7th. I'll come back to that point. Not a good start for him, Titan.
No, I mean, got about 7 minutes left in the session. He could brew something up, but it depends on the play altogether.
But I suppose, Titan, you missed out on Oscar saying during the grid walk that he was sandbagging last night.
Maybe.
What would you make of that, Thomas?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's almost like a Verstappen tactic in FP1 and 2. But he's showing that he's got the pace here, and Hecron does not, because a 31.9 after 2 runs is, for his standards,
Oh, Ryu Zappu, sorry, Thomas. I was going to say we're going to ride on board with Ryu Zappu, who's abandoned another lap because of a big slide going through turns 8 and 9. But he was a 10th up in the first sector, and if he just keeps it together, he could be on for pole, you never know.
You never know, but, I mean, 4 tenths is a lot on its own, and I expect Sam Lewis to extend by a tenth or 2.
And Thomas as well, you're still 10th in the grid because Faded Exotic and Ed have not been able to put together a lap of relevance.
Bit annoying that, I want to start last, but we'll see.
What about you, Titan? You're not the biggest enthusiast of starting last in the grid. No drivers, actually, of your team here today.
Yeah, this season, it's been slow for us, but,
Are you just prepared to write it off now?
at the moment, yes, because some things have happened to one of my drivers that I do see, but don't agree with at the same time.
Masquerator 2023 has invalidated his lap time, which means that we are going to ride on board with Trevor Robinson, who found 4 tenths in the middle sector, which could potentially be enough to push him onto the front of the second row of the grid through turn number 19 and up towards turn number 20, dropping it down to third gear for the final corner. Big slide, but he manages to hold the car and goes third, as predicted, in a 10th off Oscar, Thomas.
Yeah, that's a very good time. They're doing a lot of good times here. 30.7s, 30.8s. These are very strong times. You need to nail them quite a lot for this. And it's a very difficult
Ed has
track
rejoined us after potential connection issues earlier on in the session, but he is with us. Titan, I suppose this being the penultimate race of the season, I think it's time to start asking the big questions about what you have enjoyed from Season 7. Anything in particular?
I think so far, I think I've enjoyed the most of a driver coming through when half the season's pretty much already done, Sam Lewis, and just absolutely demolishing so far to already be within content of the championship.
Thomas, what about you? What have you enjoyed from this season?
Apart from Australia, I've enjoyed the battles up front. I think, earlier in the season before Sam Lewis dominated, you had Oscar, Hekaron, me, Ryu battling out front, and it was quite close. And some weeks Oscar had the advantage, some weeks it was Hekaron. Sometimes it was Ryu, and then he'd get disqualified for no reason. But yeah, the battle...
Valtteri Bottas sets a solid lap to go P5, 1 minute 31.393 in the Aston Martin, so with 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go, in the session. Titan, who's getting pole position?
Sam Lewis.
Fair enough. Thomas, who's getting pole?
I can't say Sam Lewis because Titan's edit, so I'll say Oscar.
Fair enough, both completely valid predictions. And both of them look incredibly quick. So 3.5 minutes to go. Fasten your...
Emil's cut the entire track in Sector 1.
I saw that, yeah, actually, yeah.
He does it every week.
Yeah. I don't think he'll get penalised for it, though.
Yeah. Just for the information, the ideal time to be coming out is around 2 minutes and 10 if you want to get to the line just on time. So we'll see who's going to be risking it just to start their lap last.
Of course, Hekaron has completely disregarded that advice and has gone out with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left, we'll say, but he has to get a time in, and he has to get a good time in, Titan.
Yes, sitting at 8th, definitely can improve. Know him, he's better in this, and he's better at this track in the past. He's been very, very good at this track in the past.
Is this the biggest qualifying lap of his TRL career, Thomas?
It could be one of them, because he is under pressure, and this is not the track you want to be under pressure at, because there are so many places where you can invalidate. So he's got to do at least a 31-0. Just have a chance of not losing too many points in this weekend. But it is rain, so you've got to think about that.
And his teammate actually will follow him out onto the track to be the next title contenders to go. So it'll be Hekaron with a lot of track space, then Oscar, then Ryu, then Sam Lewis. Sam Lewis going last, Titan, and he's coming out of them to the track now. What makes you feel he's got pole position?
Well, if there's a lot of cars that they could sneak pole in from someone.
We are ready and raring to go then, with just about 100 seconds left in the 11th of 12th qualifying session of the season. It is going to be Hekaron, who is 1.3 seconds away from Sam Lewis, that has to find time and has to do it quick. We ride on board with him. The championship leader by 24 points has kept it consistent for half the season, but he knows now that he has to shine if he wants to win his first ever TRL title. Away he goes then on his final qualifying run in this session, rises 31 meters above sea level towards turn number 1, drops it down from 8th gear all the way to 3rd, and it was a good run through the opening corner. Down the hill he goes, using a little bit of his battery, 250 kilometers an hour, and out a long slog through the S's section, through 3, through 4, through 5, and through 6 up towards that first sector split. Is it an improvement? You bet your pension it is by 2.5 tenths, and it's Purple Titan.
We're very, very good sector 1 now. Can he continue that momentum through the whole lap?
Down towards turn number 11, 7th gear. What's he going to drop it down to? He's going to drop it all the way down to 2nd gear. Gets to about 79 kilometers an hour. Small kick of oversteer as he tries to wrestle the car down the back straight, which he has successfully done. So activates the DRS, the rear slot in the rear wing, which will give you a couple of extra kilometers an hour of speed. And he's increasingly getting closer to that middle sector split, down towards turn 12, where Hamilton passed Rosberg in 2014 and Vettel in 2012. He's lost time in the middle sector, Thomas. It's a 2/10 improvement. It's not looking good.
It is not. He's under so much pressure now. He's got to nail this final sector just to try and get into the top 5. But even that is going to be a struggle.
So 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20 to negotiate to keep potential title dreams alive here. He has got match point in his ball court, but it's not looking good in this lap. Qualifying is over. He's the first out of the big contenders to cross the line. What is it going to be for Hekaron? It's P6 and only P6. Over to Oscar, who's coming through turn number 11, so he's still got a little bit of time. Sam Lewis for the first sector split, 37,000 for the second improvement, but it's not a good lap from Hekaron, who's behind Valtteri Bottas, Titan.
Yeah, I mean, it's all in Sam Lewis's court so far. Nobody seems to really challenge him.
Sorry to interrupt, Titan. Oscar has invalidated his lap. Oscar's out of the qualifying battle. Ryu's lap, who was 38 thousandths of a second down in the first sector. Has he made an improvement in the middle one? Let's find out. He has by a tenth, but he still needs to find more time, Thomas, as Sam Lewis rapidly approaches that middle sector split. Let's see what he's done. Is it going to be an improvement from the Delaware man? Yes, it is, by 62 thousandths of a second.
Yes, he's up, and I don't think anybody can do anything about it. It's all going to be down to Ryu, but he has not got it in him to get pole from here. Can he maybe get...
Ryu Zappu needs things to go his way this weekend to keep himself in the title fight. A good second row performance will be enough here. Is it enough for the front row? It's enough for third, but Sam Lewis is going to get yet another TRL pole position. Will it be an improved lap from his 1 minute 30.668? It's time to find out, and the championship contender doesn't improve, but he's on pole position, Titan.
Absolutely incredible from Sam Lewis once again. Pole position in TRL for Texas.
Here's your qualifying order then. Sam Lewis gets it by 72 thousandths of a second from Oscar in second and Ryu Zappu in third. Trevor Robinson is fourth and potentially a best of the rest candidate with Faded Exotic. Bottas, Westrizi and Heckeron in the top 8. Magnus Sheep and Ed round out the top 10 with Masquerator well behind 11th. Thomas leaves the commentary box to start in last. The potential title deciding in both the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship United States Grand Prix from the Circuit of the Americas is live and uninterrupted, and of course, it is next.
See you guys. I'm going to win, by the way, because I am last.
It's raining in the United States, it is pouring in Tyson, and the title race takes another dramatic twist.
Yeah, indeed. This is not the conditions they would have wanted, but it is what it is, and no one can do anything about it.
How excited are you now?
It's definitely going to be interesting because pace varies, and one driver can be good, and then one driver could be good at one track on wets or dries, and it can be so different when it switches worse.
Just looking at this, how big is this going to be for Heckeron, who starts in 8th position?
It's going to be massive.
Well, this is it. This is the big one. 24 points the gap. Mark McBrearty, are you able to talk to us? He messaged me. Mark, are you there? Mark, I'm sending you an invite. Oh, Mark, don't let me down now. It doesn't matter. It's just us. It's just Titan and I. We'll be okay. We'll be fine. Mark's suffering technical difficulties, but hopefully we'll get to him a little bit later on. We're ready for the formation lap. Let's see what compound the grid are starting on. Sam Lewis gambles and goes in the wets while everyone else is on the Interest Titan.
Yeah, that is very surprising. The one driver, will it work?
Mark McBrearty, I hear you struggling in the background. How are you?
Hello.
How are you, Mark? Are you excited for the title decider, or potential title decider?
Yes, very excited.
Now, Mark, I sent you an invite. Would you like to join the lobby?
I would, if my EA
Well,
worked.
accept that invite and start spectating. We have a trifecta then, which is nice.
Hurry up, EA.
This is the big one then. I've never really been more excited for a US Grand Prix, and as you can see, it is of course Valtteri Bottas who's completely legged it on the formation lap. Heckeron and Magnus Sheep disqualified, Tyson.
Yeah, they must have had contact or something, and that is not going to help them. Their tyres are going to be so cold.
Mark, Heckeron's weekend goes from bad to worse, 8th in the grid and set back a couple of meters.
Yes. Wait, I need to
Possible
fix
race
my game
strategies, I
quickly.
mean, the game recommends you start in the wets, but everyone's starting on the intermediates, apart from Sam Lewis. Why do you think he's done that, Titan?
It could be that he feels like the rain might get worse. I'm not too sure.
Well, as it stands, the gap between Sam Lewis and Heckeron would be 3 points going to Abu Dhabi. Sam Lewis would gain a net 21 points on his title rival, and crucially both Oscar and Ryu Zappu would remain in the title fight. We'll keep the permutations up with you all evening long, but we are ready and raring to go. This is it, Titan. How excited to see you? Must be pretty good as well.
I am very excited indeed. I cannot wait for this to start.
Let's just quickly remind you on what points are needed, specifically around Oscar and Ryu. Oscar has to outscore him by 6, Ryu has to outscore him by 10. The final cars are in their grid spots. There's an Alpine that's gone spinning around. It is Faded Exotic, who is, well, I wouldn't say holding up the start, considering the fact that our drive is still to get to the grid spot. He's spinning around like an absolute madman. But there always has to be one psychopath in the TRL grid. So we are ready and we are raring to go. 11th round of 12 in the TRL Championship, which could see Hecaron win the title tonight, but he is in deep, deep, deep trouble. So for the United States Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, it is D-Day, it is Judgment Day in the championship. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 red lights for a rained out Kota. The United States Grand Prix is underway. Good start for Sam Lewis in the wet wall compound tyre. Oscar's got a decent start, but Ryu Zappu's going around his outside to turn 1. Couple of cars going side by side for the first turn, but Ryu Zappu and Oscar continues to go wheel to wheel, and Ryu Zappu gets past Oscar Titan.
Yeah, very good for Zappu, but Oscar's trying to get past. He's not. He's fell down a bit. Lots of position changing. Bottas down to between switching 7th and 8th with Hecaron.
Contact made! Contact made between Hecaron and Bottas, and I believe Hecaron's lost the front wing end place.
Yeah, I knew something was going to happen.
Goodness me, Titan.
Yeah, I knew something was going to happen. There was a lot of jockeying even before the entry to the S's, and yeah, it's definitely kicked off now.
Mark, have you joined us?
I have to go into TT for this to work. And it's just taking about 10 minutes.
Okay, well, we'll survive without you for those 10 minutes. But it's Sam Lewis who's pulled out 1.5 seconds, Titan, from Ryu in 2nd, Oscar in 3rd, and a Hecaron with a broken bit of car in 8th. Will he piss?
I mean, it depends if the downforce is really affected, but with the wet conditions, it is a bit hard to overtake as Streezy and Fed Exotic side by side. Felix like just managed to, yeah, because it's there. Oh my god, still side by side. Very tight.
Great battle here between last season's runner-up Westreezy and Faded Exotic, who tries to carry himself around the outside going through turn number 15. But the Alpine driver hangs on. Sam Lewis has pulled out a 2-second lap. 2-second advantage, I should say, in the opening lap, and has checked out. Ryu Zappu 2nd, Oscar 3rd, Hecaron in 8th. We will keep reminding you of that championship standing battle as it goes on, and as it stands, McLaren win the Constructors' Championship, so at least they'll have something to smile about. Hecaron goes wide, and Ed gets past.
I'm not too sure if this is going well.
No, and as it stands, it will be 23 points gained, which would mean the title gap will be 1 point, and if Thomas goes around the outside of Hecaron, which he's trying to do, Sam Lewis leads the World Championship battle, nearly contact bay time.
It was very close, a very big snap from Thomas, and oh my god, still trying to battle, but it'll survive for another day.
Mark McBrearty has joined us, and I hope he's going to be spectating this battle between Hecaron and Thomas, and Hecaron might just be bottling yet another TRL. Faded Exotic and Westreezy once again battling for P5, and Westreezy has got the move done before even getting near that turn 13 to 15 complex of corners. And Faded Exotic now falls down a position, but he's got a bit of slipstream, and he's got just a little bit more battery. Mark, are you with us?
I am.
What have you made of these opening 2 laps from what you've heard?
Hecaron's weekend has went from bad to worse.
That's true. I said that. Yeah.
Did you? Nah, fuck, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, that's alright. Well, let's ride on board with Thomas once again as he goes on the inside. He slides going through turn number 12 and 13. Will he go to the inside? No, he doesn't. He is picking on his victim like food, Titan.
Yeah, he's just trying. He's letting him know he's always there.
It's a decent run. Hecaron with a big slide. Here goes Thomas. He is another big slide. These two worms fishtailing these cars around, but Thomas takes the lead. of ninth position. And Hecaron's no longer in the lead of the championship as he pits Titan.
Yeah, I don't think he had any choice.
Mark McBrearty, is the championship dream over for Hecaron?
Contact between. Oh, but
We'll see what happens in this race, but I'd like to say it's not over yet.
Faded Exotic loses a little bit of ground. He goes down to 8th position from apparent contact with that battle with Westrizi, Emil and Ed. Hecaron comes back out in 12th position, and he's a long, long way behind Titan.
Yeah, and I mean, there could be lots of things that could get him back to the rest of the pack, but he needs to make no mistakes from here on out.
Sam Lewis leads the United States Grand Prix by 3.6 seconds. Currently, Ryu Zappu is gaining 18 points on Hecaron, and currently Oscar is gaining 15 points, meaning that all 4 men would be in championship contention with 1 race to go. I'm Titan, I can't wait for next week if it finishes like this.
Oh, it'll be absolutely legendary.
Just like the good old days of Season 2 in Tireless, and you have to be an unk to understand that reference. Titan was commentating on his own then, and I was commentating like a BBC text guy on the app. Long, long time ago, but it would be absolute cinema. Mark McBrearty, what have you made of this title race?
It's been a very interesting title race for sure, with Sam Lewis joining probably midway through season, and there's a chance that he will win it, which I find a bit shocking, to be honest.
And of course, there were discussions a couple of weeks ago that Sam Lewis wouldn't be able to win the championship. Can't ignore those now, they have to be ironed out. But Titan, he'd be a deserving champion if he did win it.
Absolutely, he's came in and he's just absolutely wiped the floor with most of the drivers out there.
And he continues to set a fastest lap, a 1 minute 51, but Ryu Zappu betters at 1 minute 51.769. Of course, Ryu and the rest of the field on the intermediate compound tyre, but it's not been much of a problem for Sam Lewis on the blue wall wet compound tyre, Mark.
It hasn't. I believe Inters are the better tyres, but they will be soon enough. That dry line starts to form sooner rather than later. Ryu and Oscar should be able to catch up to Sam Lewis fairly easily.
Well, we are only on the 4th lap of what has been an already dramatic United States Grand Prix. People were asking for Las Vegas, and I can see why, given the TRL races we've had around here in the past. But this hasn't been too bad, Titan.
No, it's been decent so far. Oh, FedEx like gets 3-second penalty for track limit violations.
Yeah, and he is starting to struggle now as Thomas closes the gap by a couple of tenths to just under a second. Magnus Sheep is in 10th position. Of course, the big news came out earlier in the week, or earlier today, I should say, that Sean has signed both Magnus Sheep and Valtteri Bottas to Mercedes for the next couple of seasons. Mark, it's a big deal, but it's not really a big deal considering the fact that their form is a lot different to where they used to be, fighting for championships.
Yeah. We'll see how they do next season, but I think Mercedes will just be a mid-table team next season.
And of course, as always, on a Saturday, Mellon Road in the Saturday Night Football as Leeds United take on Liverpool. Arsenal, of course, losing to Aston Villa earlier on.
I'm missing that.
Yeah, I know. Put it on, Mark. Put it on another screen if you can. Of course, Manchester City went within 2 points of the league leaders, but enough about the football for now. Sam Lewis, that's another fastest lap. Will Ryu better it? He does, by 2 tenths, Titan. They're all looking quick.
Yeah, I mean, they'd have to go at pace. Maybe the Inters are getting slightly better in the conditions, but I mean, with the gap, Sam Lewis still looks strong.
Absolutely, and it's one thing setting fastest laps, it's another thing to actually catch up.
Magnus Sheep on Thomas, near big contact there, but Thomas still keeps his place.
Yeah, we'll stick with this little battle for a while. Of course, Faded Exotic, you'd like to think holding up both Thomas and Magnus Sheep. He has lost a lot of pace since he was involved in that incident on lap 3 of this Grand Prix, and of course he got 2 seconds, or 3 seconds I should say, on the last lap of the Grand Prix. But he has pulled out a little bit of time going for the S section, which could be a strong suit for him. Titan, I suppose. Oh, Magnus Sheep picks up a 3-second time penalty, and I was on board. Very unlucky to receive that. He just went a millimetre wide coming out of turn number 10 and is unfortunately punished by the virtual FIA.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
But I suppose, Titan, if you're Sam Lewis, what are you thinking right now? The sky and the rain is getting just a little bit lighter. That's just me.
I wouldn't really be thinking much because there's not really anything to keep an eye on. Just keep going the pace and just, yeah.
Thomas said he was going to win from 12th position when he needs to get past 8th position. Faded Exotic next, but it's another huge slide, which opens the door for Magnaship. He goes up the... And the 3-time TRL champion is past Thomas, but not for long.
Big slide from Magnaship, bit of contact.
Yeah.
Thomas just get past. It's got a time penalty, and these two definitely going to be fighting it out.
Ryu's up, he sets another fastest up, then followed by Westrizi, then the track is getting drier, Mark, and Sam Lewis might be in trouble.
I think he is. That's 6/10 gained from the last lap, is it? From Ryu.
Something along the lines of that, Titan. Look, if you're Ryu Zappu, he said it to me, he didn't have a hope of winning this race. Will the hope steadily be growing?
I mean, yeah, especially because, I mean, for Sam Lewis, it'll be getting harder, and, you know, if he starts making mistakes, and that's where Ryu can really...
But the shot, Thomas is going side by side with the Alpine. He's made the move into the S's. That's a very nice move for him.
Yeah, the rain definitely getting lighter as we approach lap 7 of this race with a 6.5 lap stage as it stands. And right now it is time for the first live championship update of the weekend. So it's over to Titan to take over while I do the mathematics.
Alright. So, track racer now winning the second of Oscar Ryu. Nearly 2.5 seconds to Sam Lewis. Bottas still within 1 second. Westrizi and Trevor Robinson still closing, getting closer and closer. Corner by corner, it looks like there for him there in the Alpine. It's now under 2.5 seconds for Ryu. Thomas and Felix Sonic. Thomas does get back and side by side. Still, and Magnaship, he gets penalty as well. As Magnaship trying to get into his... Oh, contact with Thomas! Nearly spins him
Goodness
round.
me! What a great battle, Mark.
It is. And Sam Lewis dives into the box to fit the Inter tyres. We'll see where he comes out in comparison to Hecron, I suppose.
Well, my live championship standings are ruined for now as Oscar sets the fast lap. So Sam Lewis makes his first stop of this Grand Prix. Titan, the big question now is, does he have the pace to get back into first position?
Yes.
Simple as. Mark, what about you?
I don't. He will definitely be up there, but I don't know if he'll get back into P1.
Well, we'll ride on board with Magnaship once again. He's currently in 10th position. And look at this battle. Fade Exotic also in the rear of Sam Lewis as they head through the S section. But everyone's fishtailing like a fish, Mark.
Yeah, everybody's struggling for grip in the rear tyres. Just looking for it on the track now, and that's a 3-second time penalty for the V-Carbon P11.
Yeah, Faded Exotic is sliding around, and Sam Lewis is able to gain a little bit of time as a result. And as it stands, interestingly enough, Sam Lewis will be 4th in the World Championship.
4th.
We'll get right back to that, of course. It will be Ryu in 2nd position. 115 plus 25 would leave him just 9 points behind. Heckeron with a race to go. Oscar is on, let me see, 119 plus 18, 137. So we'll just update that right now. And as it stands on lap 7 of the US Grand Prix, Heckeron, the championship leader, on 149, Ryu on 140, Oscar on 137, Sam Lewis on 131. So it's essential for Sam Lewis that he gets back into the lead of this Grand Prix, Titan.
Absolutely. Oh my god, Felix Sonic off the track!
He's on
Nearly-
Nico Rosberg.
Yeah, and no damage, surprisingly. That was very, very close.
Ryu Zappu and Oscar trading fastest laps, 1.5 seconds between them on the course at the moment. Could Oscar get past Ryu, Titan?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, he doesn't need to worry about Trevor Robinson because he was a winner in the second, but Trevor Robinson's backed off, so he doesn't need to concentrate behind him, just in front of him.
Mark, what have you made of these two at the front? They've looked good, but Trevor Robinson looking pretty good in the Alpine as well.
Yeah, they all seem similar enough on pace. Just saw that Oscar was 10th faster than Ryu on that previous lap. He's to be gaining a bit more time on this lap. So we'll
Sam
see
Lewis needs
next
to
season.
close up, sorry Mark, but Sam Lewis needs to close up 6.7 seconds, and I'm very sorry for saying it, but it just came about that the gap was that when I said it. So he needs to gain 6.7 seconds to get in front of Ed, who of course has a time penalty. Faded Exotic picks up another 3-second track extensions penalties. His race going from bad to worse, Titan.
Yeah, it's
6,
definitely
7.
going to drop him down.
We just said 6-7. Need to know this. Watch
Get
put
out.
on this guy in the chat.
Thank you for Titan for saying it as it is. Nobody likes that.
What?
Nobody likes that at all. Mark, did you watch the toy show last night?
I did not.
Good man, it's a load of
Did you?
nonsense. I didn't. I was busy doing late night with Mr. Storm last night.
I'm busy playing F1 Manager. Kind of forgot to join.
Fair enough. Titan loves that game as far as I'm aware. Let's see if Rise Up sets another fastest lap. He does. 1 minute 47.722. Hecaron 2/10 slower on that lap. I didn't get data from Strat Racer, so I'll just check it now. He said a 1 minute 48.323, which was a PB for him in this race. Sam Lewis has closed that gap by a couple of seconds and sets the fastest lap, and he is a coming time.
Oh yeah, he's definitely the tires are warmed up and he's now on the hunt.
Do you think it's going to stay like this condition-wise for the rest of the race?
I mean, it is possible. I mean, it did change ever so slightly to full inter conditions, but a lot of them are struggling though, even on the inters.
That's true. Mark, what have you made of it? It's been a fun one.
It has. I don't think it'll dry up this race. Probably 2.
The sky seems to be getting lighter, but you never know. His Faded Exotic fish-tailing again. He's got 9 seconds worth of penalties. One Hecaron having a very tough afternoon. Titan.
Yeah, not the best contact, and then having to pit early doesn't help, and yeah, definitely needs to hope for something to happen.
So Ryu Zapu has a 1.5 second lead, as he has done for the last couple of laps here. Oscar unable to dent into his lead. Track Racer third, Westresian fourth. But let's talk about Bottas, who's 6.5 tenths behind
Yeah, it's
and looking good.
yeah, it is looking good, and he's definitely, even with a bit of a sliding, he's still managed to keep within at least half a second.
Interestingly
never
enough,
mind,
before
big slide.
Indeed, yeah. But interesting enough, Titan, Sam Lewis said to me just before qualifying started, I'm going to try and give my fans what they want. A recovery drive might be that.
He's already knocked 2 seconds off.
He has, and he's set another fast up, and he's gone 5.5 tenths quicker. If you are Hecaron at the moment, Mark, how worried are you for your championship next week?
I'd be shitting it, to be honest, if I was Hecaron.
Apologies for the language, Titan. Same question to you.
Yeah, definitely, there'll be a lot going in his head, but all he needs to think about is getting the best result out of this race, even if it isn't the result he wants.
18.5 laps to go. Rise Up, who's brought that lead out to 2 seconds now to Oscar, who in turn is 2 seconds in front of Track Racer, who in turn is 2 seconds in front of Westresi, who in turn is a second in front of Valtteri Bottas, who has got decent pace, but needs to get past Westresi if he has any chance of actually doing anything relevant in his final 2 races for Aston Martin. And Titan, you said that that team was cooked in the team server earlier on. Do you stand by that statement now that we're not under oath, I suppose, but under broadcast?
Yeah, it's definitely not going so well. They keep hiring drivers, good drivers, and then they leave, and then stuff happens, and they'll be all over the place.
So as it stands on lap 10, with Sam Lewis setting a purple middle sector and is on for his 3rd fastest lap in a row, Ryu Zapu, Oscar, Sam and Hecaron would all be in the title fight with 1 race weekend to go, which would mean we would have our first yellow flag there for Faded Exotic moment off in the race, but it's been a poor one for him ever since contact on lap 3. But it will be our first multi-driver showdown on the final weekend of the season number 2, when Ryu, Hecaron and Valtteri Bottas faced off for the TRL title. Let's see if Sam Lewis sets another fastest lap. He does, but only by 0.08 seconds, so maybe the pace is just starting to plateau out, Mark.
I think he's keeping consistent pace and it's much faster than the drivers ahead of him.
I'll actually just check what Ed set in the fast lap on the last lap. 1 minute 48.0. So Sam Lewis gained 1.6 seconds, meaning he should be within range within the next lap and a half, Titan, and he'll breeze past. And actually, crucially enough, he'll be close enough to the rest of the field from then on.
Yeah. Oh!
Yeah, Hecron and Masquerator come together, I think. Or at least Masquerator spun. What was that all about, Titan?
I think it's Reese just gave up.
And Trevor Robinson's disconnected.
Oh no.
Well, somebody I will reinvite him. Titan, a big moment for Hecron there.
Yeah, got past and just ever so slightly over a second away from Faded, but Faded sliding all over the place and is already right next to him. Going past before the straight, easily done.
Hecron, big move into the... Oh.
Well, Hecron now moves on to 150 points and would be just 10 points in front of Ryu Zapu now, which isn't much comfort considering the fact that he went into this weekend 34 points in
Faded
front.
is pushing.
He is, but he has got past the AI-stricken Strat Racer, and of course Sam Lewis will be able to get past him relatively quickly as well, and also get within range of Ed as well. Sam Lewis moves into 6th position and gains 2 more points to put him on 133, and he could be gaining another 2 in just a matter of minutes. He sets another fast lap. It is yet another purple lap time, Titan.
Absolutely smashing the lap times.
Mark, what have you made of Sam Lewis since he moved on to the intermediates?
He is shown that he is a lot faster than the other drivers on the inters, and I think it's going to be a matter of time before he gets back into the lead.
Yeah, that's the hope for him anyways. He tries to regain what is going to be known as 6 wins on the trot if he gets the job done this evening, but he still has a long way to go. Faded Exhaust up his 4th 3-second time penalty this race to put him on 12 seconds overall. It's just not going right for him whatsoever, Titan, and you feel a little bit sad for him considering the fact he had a great start. Mark's left us.
Yeah, it's not good, and he's just falling further and further back.
Well, we'll try and get Mark back with us in a couple of moments' time. There he is, he's back. Mark, what happened?
Like I said, my friend came online, and then I accidentally invited him to a party.
Okay, fair enough. Well, lap 12 of 28 here at the Circuit of the Americas. Sam Lewis finally goes past Ed, who rolled over for him, Titan. It was as simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really going to be much fighting. It would slow Ed down more than anything.
He is averaging about a second quicker a lap over Valtteri Bottas as
Hector
well. Hector gets a
penalty!
3-second time penalty.
Great battle between
And he's down to 11th as Bottas pits. So Valtteri Bottas has gambled, and he surely couldn't be going on to dry tyres.
I think he's on new inters.
Another set of inters. Why has he done that, do you think, Mark?
Well, I was just on in Monza, his tyres were apparently cooked after 11 laps, so probably tyre wear with the inters, I'd say, for him.
Hecron once again out of the points, so Sam Lewis gaining 12 on his championship rival, meaning that gap is down to 12 points between him and Hecron with a race to go, meaning he would also be on 137 points, the same as Oscar. So how it stands at the moment, Hecron 149, Ryu 140, Oscar 137, Sam Lewis 137, and if it finishes like this, Titan, who takes it next week?
Oh, it's difficult to say.
It is. Give us your thoughts, though. Your logical, rationale thinking.
Just Sam Lewis.
You just think he's going to win every race and take the title. I don't blame you, to be honest. Hecron once again returns to 150 points and is right alongside Faded Exotic, but isn't able to get the move done into turn 11. Magnus Sheep has had a weird race. He's been down at the bottom end of the points. What's gone wrong, do you think, Mark?
I think he just doesn't have the pace in the wet, but we'll see what he can do in the fresh tyres now.
Well, Valtteri Bottas, of course, on a new set of wet combat
Whoa.
tires as well. Oh, and Hecaron goes well off the track. Titan, I didn't get the best look at it, but you apparently did.
Yeah, he went way too deep for the dive, and that cost him hugely.
And once again, he's out of the points, Mark.
Yeah, bit of a shipping mistake from him there, but he should be able to get past these cars again.
And Titan, I suppose, sorry Mark, but Titan, if he doesn't win it this season, will he ever win it?
I don't know, he did really want it, and he's pitting again.
What is going wrong? He's retired!
Tired. Oh my.
Hecaron is out of the Grand Prix, and he will not score a single point tonight.
Oh, contact between the Sauber and the Alpine.
What on earth has gone wrong for him, Titan?
I have no idea, but Magazine been exotic type of side. In the F it's so close, big contact.
Magnusheep gets it done.
Oh my god, another pen.
He's gonna get disqualified at this rate.
Yeah, he might as well, to be honest, Mark. He might as well. And I think this time... Oh, he spun! No! And it goes Faded Exotic into the wall. That could bring out a safety car. I'm tempting face. Oh, he's deliberately trying to bring out a safety car. Oh, dear. That is deliberately trying... Ah, yeah. Titan, I believe that is a ban. If it is deliberate. Ryu Zappu pits as we were in the midst of the chaos there. Ryu Zappu pits from the lead of this Grand Prix, which means Oscar will retake the lead of the Grand Prix. And Ryu Zappu makes an interesting decision to pit, and he goes on to a new set of intermediates.
Williams follows him in too.
Big decision, Titan.
Yeah, just a big decision, and oh boy, you were saying about like if anything interesting can happen. It certainly has. It's been turned upside down.
In the rain in Kota, and we ride on board with Sam Lewis now, just 1 second behind Westreezy, and with 13 and a half laps left, this title could be his. Hecaron says, F everyone, I hate this. He gets taken out lap 1, like every season. What do I do wrong? What does he do wrong, Titan? Because he had this championship by the throat, and now he doesn't.
Yeah, it... Faded is still spinning.
Why do you take amusement from this, Titan? This man is suffering.
No,
Take
don't.
amusement in other people's pain.
Oh, not Hecaron's pain, it's very painful.
He's surely got to pit. He does, right? Well, Faded Exotic might retire, but that's not important to us. There is 8 tenths between Oscar and Westreezy and 9 tenths between Westreezy and Sam Lewis, as Faded Exotic does retire. And left. That's the end of him. Titan, when does Sam Lewis retake the lead of this Grand Prix?
Just when it happens, really. But there's no...
Titan's never able to give us a straight answer when it comes to Sam Lewis because he knows it's inevitably going to happen. He can't pinpoint when. Mark, when do you think it's going to happen?
End of next lap.
End of next lap, but we'll see if he's able to get past Westreezy on this lap.
Oh,
He sends it
big
up the
time!
inside into turn 1. Gets very close. And a little bit of contact made. Audacious, Titan.
Very... That could have just ended as worse as it could have ended good.
Look at them all throwing the card for the S section. Look how close Westreezy got to Oscar, Mark.
Yeah, he seemed to gain a lot of time through there.
Magnusheep sets the fastest lap. The track must be drying if Magnusheep setting fastest laps.
Championship comeback? No,
Look at
Joe.
me.
Magnusheep Championship comeback's impossible, Titan, but maybe next season.
Never.
Oh, contact
Oh my
between Sam
God!
Lewis and Westreezy! I believe
Oh, he
Sam
got
Lewis
my
has
damage.
lost a throw-in.
He has.
I was aboard Westreezy there, and it just looks like he just dived in. Just wants, oh man, they're still battling. It's not even finished.
Westreezy goes around the outside into turn 12, tries to get the switch back. He goes up and under Sam Lewis, but can't get it done as the man from Delaware is now a spot away from regaining the race lead.
Oh, slide was not Lewis there.
Continue, Ryu could be in a good position.
Absolutely, yeah, and Ryu's got, of course, the much fresher tyres. Do you think Sam Lewis pits now, Titan, or does he stay out?
I mean, he's already paid, and I mean, he paid 9 laps ago, but I don't know. He does.
Let's find out what the front runners do. Oscar stays out, Sam Lewis stays out, Westrizi stays out, and Ryu Zappu is gaining. There's 12 laps to go, and Mark predicted that Sam Lewis would be in the race lead by the end of this lap. He might be in it by turn 1. Slipstream, and he's using overtake. Ryu Zappu sets fastest lap, but we ride on board with Sam Lewis, who sails around the outside. Oscar forces him a little bit wide, contact made, and Oscar holds on for now, but they're going to go side by side for turn 2. Oscar slides, and Sam Lewis leads, Titan.
Absolutely great move, and he's just in the lead. That's
Sam Lewis leads and is back in the lead of the championship, Mark McBrearty. What a season it's been for him.
Definitely has. I think he...
that overtake,
versus
it
round
compromised
5.
Oscar.
It has. Who's lost a second, and Westrizi is right on him, and Ryu Zappu's gained 1.7 seconds on this lap so far. What a tumultuous US Grand Prix, Mark.
Yeah, it's been very chaotic.
Bottas gets past Thomas.
In a good way.
Yeah, we will ride on board with Westrizi now within 4/10 of Oscar going through turn number 13. Oscar just has to finish second and he's in a good position though. Do you think he's going to be able to do that, Titan?
I mean, at the moment, definitely, but they are. I mean, he hasn't pitted yet, so.
Look how much Ryu.
That's true.
Ryu, no,
And of course, Ryu Zappu would be, Ryu Zappu started the weekend on 115 points. He would currently be on 127.
Ryu is gaining by
He's in a
knots.
second already.
And both Oscar and Westrizi pit. So Ryu Zappu goes into second position, and he is in a very position now to challenge for this title going into the final race weekend of the season. We've just got to see where Westrizi and Oscar come out though now.
Gonna be...
Titan, is there any chance that Ryu Zappu wins this race?
I mean, if it
He's
isn't,
still gaining on Sam Lewis. He's gaining on Sam Lewis, which is a very important thing to do.
I mean, if it isn't anyone else, it'll be Ryu.
That's very true. Could he somehow rescue the championship?
Did Westrizi jump Oscar in the pits?
He has, actually. Yes, he has. Well done, Mark, for spotting that. So Oscar down to 7th and only on 6 points, which is coincidentally what he needed over Hecron to take the title race to the final Grand Prix of the season. So he is within range, Ryu's with range, and Sam Lewis is leading the championship. What an incredible Grand Prix.
So currently live.
And people wanted Las Vegas over this. How about it just make it rain at COTA every season?
Yeah. And live coming in live right now as we speak, the owner of Turbo Racing League has said that Sam Lewis might get a penalty for the move with Street because it might be put to pass.
Yeah, well, we'll see if that comes about by the end of the weekend. I'm not sure where you've seen that, Titan. I'm trying to look for that. Main chat, probably. Oh, okay, fair enough. Nobody texts in that chat.
It's very lively today.
The general voice chat, where?
Sam Lewis types in the box.
Where am I looking again, Titan? I didn't hear you correctly. It's Sam Lewis pits.
Which chat?
Oh, the Twitch, yeah. Nobody talks there. Apparently they do today. So Ryu Zappu takes the lead of the United States Grand Prix and is somehow back in the TRL title fight. Sam Lewis changes his front wing and goes on to a new set of intermediate and is going to come back out. I would suggest it.
He didn't change his wing.
Magnaship gets a 3-second time penalty, but the race is Ryu's to lose, Titan.
I don't think he changed his wing. No, he didn't.
He hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't. And he goes up the inside of Oscar on the pit entry, or the pit exit, I should say, but doesn't get it done.
Wasn't he 7th place the last time he pitted?
He was.
Yeah.
He was. There is a scenario where Ryu Zappu wins the championship now, Mark. So right now, let's hand it back to Titan to take us through while I do the live championship. What a brilliant race.
Yes, it definitely is. As Ryu currently 11 seconds ahead of Bottas. Bottas, good pace, but definitely not going to be winning pace. With Streezy on Thomas. The sister teams, Red Bull and RB. West Streezy side by side.
Mark, what on earth is that noise? Stop it.
And we're in the middle of a hurricane in Texas.
That's like a microwave.
We're in the middle of a hurricane in Texas. And,
what a great line, Titan. Well done. That's incredible. That's the bravest thing you've ever said. Contact made between Oscar and Sam Lewis. Sam Lewis is desperate to get past.
Absolutely.
Is that better, guys?
Little bit.
Getting side by side with Thomas. Oh, nearly got contact.
Here goes Sam Lewis up the inside into the final corner. This is to get sixth position. Contact made with the two of them, and Sam Lewis gets sixth. Can he get fifth? He's got great drive, and in one corner, he has gone from seventh to sixth, and now to fifth as Oscar dives up the inside. He's made the move. Thomas on the switchback. Can he get it done? They're all fishtailing around. Sam Lewis is fifth.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
And if you thought that this title battle couldn't get better, it does by the lap, Mark McBrearty.
He died in the...
What an incredible race, Titan.
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
We're doing the TRL awards again. Could be, might not just be race of the season, but it could be a race of the year candidate as well. What a great one we've been treated to. So
Right
here is
on
the championship going into the final race of the season. If it finishes like this, and I think Masquerator has gone onto the mediums. He has. Did Oscar get past Thomas on that?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Sixth place is 8 points. Did I do that right? Yes, I did. Yes, so here's the live championship standings on lap 20. Bottas disconnects! Bottas disconnects from second position, and now everything's going to be thrown into the air again. Add 2 points to everyone else's total. As it stands, before Bottas is passed by Sam Lewis and Oscar, though, Hecker on 149, Ryu 140, Sam Lewis 135, Oscar 127. Oh my good God, Titan, what a brilliant title race, and it isn't ending yet.
No, and West Streezy
sets the fastest lap. This has been cinema of the highest order. Need I remind you, Ryu Zappu hasn't won a race this season, and he's starting to win on round 11 to get himself 9 points within the World Championship lead.
Yeah, and he's 15 seconds ahead of second.
Sam Lewis gets past Bottas's AI, and Bottas is crucially reconnected, but not in time to save himself from getting passed by Oscar. So add 2 points onto their total. Sam Lewis on 137, Oscar on 129. Yellow flag from Magnesheep, who's gone onto the medium compound tyres. And could the rain ease enough to put everyone on dries towards the end of this Grand Prix?
The racing line's definitely drying very quickly.
It's not medium yet. But soon enough.
What do you think Ryu Zappu does here, Titan?
I mean, he's got a decent enough gap. What is it, 19?
But I don't think he pit now. I don't think he could pit now, really.
Well, nah.
Westreezy gets past Ed going through turn number 13. Ed's sliding around the place. People still struggling with traction, probably because they ran dry setups in qualifying with something along the line. Westreezy, last season's runner-up, is the runner-up here in the USA as it stands. Lap 22 of 28, we've got 7 to go. And judging by how the first 21 have gone, never count anyone out of this race.
It's a big result. You can't about in the champion.
Titan, we've got 7 laps left. Ryu Zappu might just come through to take the biggest win of his season, and the only win of his season, as Sam Lewis sets fastest lap. Could that put him as the potential title favourite before next week?
Definitely. I mean, any result at the moment will change it as Hecaron is obviously DNF'd. So, any points gained is gonna make this change massively.
What was that, Mark? You said something there?
I think it could be dry tires very.
Thomas pits for softs. Thomas goes onto the soft compound tire. So Thomas believes that the grip is going to just narrowly ease in for the soft compound tire. And that could, maybe, put Westreezy on for a change of tires. He could risk it.
Definitely.
Of course,
I mean,
as it stands, Red Bull needed to outscore McLaren by 27 points to take the Constructors' Championship to the last round. They are not doing that at the moment. They are currently scoring at 29 points this race weekend, while McLaren have scored 10. So McLaren will be the Constructors' Championship as it stands. And Thomas has immediately got... Look how slow Magnusheep's going though, Titan.
yeah, definitely. Almost tiptoeing around the track.
Let's run on board with Sam Lewis really quickly, though. Sam Lewis could get into second position in the championship if he gets past Ed. Of course, he'd be on the same amount of points as Ryu Zappu, but he would get into second position on countback. Ed is sliding. Ed goes into the pits. So Sam Lewis now second in the championship again.
Yeah, it's definitely off.
And the rain has stopped, Titan.
Yeah, but is the laps too few now to make a pit stop work for the top three?
If you've got a pit, you've got a pit now, you think, Mark. Surely. 6 laps left.
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to gamble in the top 5.
And Westreezy is gaining on Ryu Zappu. And he is gaining very quickly. On that last lap, he was a second quicker. Surely not, Titan.
I mean, it's only what a 3-lap difference in tire age, but that's massive.
And 5.5 laps to go. Ryu can't gamble to pit. Westreezy realistically can't. So it's gonna be a battle in the intermediates, I would think, until the end. But I've been proved wrong before.
Yeah, I think so too. But I think somebody like Valtteri might pit.
Titan, we came into this weekend thinking that 2 drivers would fight for the World Championship on the final weekend. It's going to be all 4.
Yeah, it's gonna be something.
It is. And I'm very, very happy to be to announce that we're going to have, if Titan's available for us, an hour-long pre-race show next weekend. We'll have TRL figures in there. We're gonna have Titan. We're gonna have myself. We might have Mark. Who knows? It's gonna be an incredible end. 4 o'clock next Saturday for the pre-race show, the Abu Dhabi Grand. And we are going to dissect everything. 5 laps to go. Sam Lewis sets the fastest lap again. He's 1.4 seconds behind Westreezy, who in turn is gaining very quickly on Ryu as Bottas pits. Maybe for track position for a fast lap attempt. Who knows? Current score update in the Saturday night football between Leeds United and Liverpool. 0-0 dominated, and Cody Gakpo has actually got a good chance to maybe fire the Reds in front here. He's going to cut it on the inside, and Cody Gakpo will miss. Narrowly. VSC! VSC! And that's very interesting. It's not a full one. Titan, what caused it?
I'm trying to see. Oh, Ed's not got a wing.
Yes, that's right. And I think I saw, actually, when I changed back. Is he trying to cause a safety car? He's reset to track, so he will be disqualified. Unless it was the game that did it. It's too late for a safety car now, you'd think.
Yeah.
Or he's glitching. I'm not sure whether the game's glitching him. But that is awfully strange.
Will anybody gamble?
I doubt it. It would be a huge risk. The only person that could would be Ryu, and he'd lose the lead.
Oscar could, he'd be guaranteed.
Potentially. What's there to lose, though? We're about to find out. 4 laps to the end, Titan. Who's winning it? Green, green, green. We are underway again. And Ryu Zappu floors it. He's got 4 laps to take his first win of the season and get 9 points behind Hecron with a race to go.
Oh, Rai has been.
And he's actually lost time in that restart, Titan.
That was like
Yeah, it's though 8.6 seconds.
I mean, he couldn't bottle it now. He couldn't. Could he?
Very, very close.
It is indeed. So with 3 and a bit laps to go, Ryu Zappu leads by 8 seconds. But that 8-second gap is falling by the corner. Massacrator has got another 3-second time penalty. Position with Trevor Robinson in 10th. His AI disconnected a long time ago in this race. I tried to invite him back and he didn't join back, so I can only assume that long-standing connection issues have aided him getting back into this one. Ryu Zappu's going to win this, Mark. Just call it now.
yeah, Rai's gonna win.
Titan, what about you?
He will win.
Sam Lewis?
What a guess.
It doesn't look like it's going to happen, to be honest, but he is getting very, very close to Estrezi, which, of course, another 3 points will put him 6 points behind Hecron with a Grand Prix to go.
Estrezi's
And if
already
he
under 7
won,
seconds.
if he wins then next weekend, he is TRL champion. Big slide for Sam Lewis. Huge slide going through turn 16 and 18. Magnucci picks up yet another 3-second time penalty. Everyone's struggling with track limits tonight, as is Thomas, who's picked up another 3 seconds. Magnucci and Thomas sliding around the track, so it looks like the Inters are just still the best tyre, and it's probably a little bit too late to pit now.
How has the championship come to?
You're asking the right questions, Mark, to be honest. Titan, are we in for maybe the greatest TRL title showdown ever next week?
Absolutely.
Well, I hope you can join us. It's going to be an absolute cracker. We might even be on for 3 hours now. Don't know. You never know. But it is all laid out to be a thriller. So Ryu leads it by 5.5 seconds and should hold on.
Ew.
He is. What's the percentage chance, Titan?
All over
I know I'm the
place.
stat man around here, but Titan surely has a good bit of advice on what might happen here.
10% chance for Streezy win. Or
Oh my
Sanders.
goodness. Titan, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's this race been?
10.
Fair enough. Bottas picks up a 3-second time penalty. He's over 41 seconds behind Oscar in 4th position. Everyone from him down to Massacrator has got time penalties. He goes off the track going through turn number 10. So Ryu Zappu is now 2 corners away from 40 corners to go. Ryu
He
spin!
spent it! Ew.
Ryu spin! Westreezy leads!
He's got a puncture! He's got a puncture!
Ryu's tyre! And the title is over for him!
Oh my god.
Ryu Zappu's tyres have gone. He crucially will remain in the race, but it will be a 23-point gap. He needed to outscore Hecron by 10. He's outscoring him by 12, and the dream is over, Titan.
Oh, it couldn't have gone any more wrong, but a puncture? Oh my god.
How unfortunate is that? And now Sam Lewis is on for the race win and the lead of the championship. 1.5 laps to go. Can Westreezy hold on?
Yes, he can.
Oh, Sam Lewis!
Sam Lewis gets very close. Westreezy's had a poor going at it. Down the back straight for the penultimate time. Look at Sam Lewis within 1/10 as he heads down the back straight. Can Westreezy hold on? Bends to the inside, but Sam Lewis goes to the outside. This for 6 wins in a row. He leads the Grand Prix. They do make a little bit of contact, but Sam Lewis gets the job done, Titan.
Yeah, but can Westrizi fight back? I don't think he can.
Sam Lewis has come from 7th twice in this Grand Prix. He said he wanted to entertain his fans. He has done exactly that. And now he is 1 point in front of Hecron in the Drivers' Championship race. And he's on to win the title, Mark.
Yes, he is.
White flag in Kota. Ryu Zappu was 2 laps away from getting himself right back in the championship fight, but he blew his tire. And now Sam Lewis is 3 miles away from 6 wins in a row, Titan. And he's got 20 more.
Absolutely. He's done it. He's definitely done it this race. He's definitely won this race. And oh my god.
Let's not forget that penalty Ronnie was warning about, though.
Yeah, I mean, it would only bump him down to consider the penalties that have been passed.
That's true. So Sam
Only
Lewis
back a
half a
sec.
lap away. How big a favourite is he now to win this championship, Mark? I'll ask the same question to you, Titan. He's surely the favourite now.
Absolutely, I mean, it's all in his hands now.
Nobody has ever seen success like he has in TRL. Nobody's ever won 5 races in a row in the top tier. In fact, nobody's probably even gotten near that before. He is now just 1 sector away from claiming 6 Grand Prix wins in a row, and for the first time this season to take the lead off the championship. He's come from 7th twice in this Grand Prix after 2 pit stops to go on to 2 different set of intermediate compound tyres. And on a night where Hecron could have won it, he's blown it. And on a night where Sam Lewis could have lost it, he is now in the lead of the race. So Delaware, stand up for your home hero in his home race. Sam Lewis leads the championship with 1 race to go, and the biggest night of his TRL. Sam Lewis wins the US Grand Prix. Westrizi is 2nd, Oscar keeps his hopes alive in 3rd, and Ryu Zappu keeps his hopes alive, but at what cost? He finishes 4th and sets the fastest lap. But Titan, Sam Lewis championship leader, and 1 race to go.
This is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Mark McBrearty, what a race. And with that as well, before we get to Mark, we've been swept up in it all. McLaren win the Constructors' Championship, Titan.
Absolutely well done from McLaren. Great job from them to win the World Constructors' Championship.
But at what cost, considering the fact that it all went horribly wrong for Hecron and his title dreams might just have evaporated. That's everyone finished. After 50 minutes, 58 seconds, at 8/10 exactly, Laurent Mekies believes that Westrizi has won the race after post-race penalties. But we still have to wait and see, Titan.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Good God. Mark, are you with us?
Yes, I am. Just had to order.
What a race.
Quickly. Yes, very good race. Exciting.
Is Sam Lewis going to win this championship?
Yes, he is.
Good God, what a Grand Prix. And the biggest night of all of their TRL lives. Sam Hecron, Ryu and Oscar to come next Saturday. Here's your race results from what was a Race of the Year candidate. Twists and turns from lap number 1. Sam Lewis wins it. Sam Lewis leads the championship fight with a Grand Prix to go. He wins it after 50 minutes, 58 seconds and 7/10. Westrizi finishes 2nd. Laurent thinks he has taken the win after penalties. Great result from him from 7th to 2nd. Oscar finishes 3rd, keeps his hopes alive. Ryu Zappu finishes 4th, keeps his hopes alive, but barely. Valtteri Bottas finishes 5th. A great result from Ed sees him in 6th. Magnus Sheep was in 7th. Everyone else from Trat Racer down was lapped, so that's Trat, Thomas, Massacrator, and Faded Exotic and Hecron, who probably would have been lapped if they had stayed in the race. Those were the only 2 retirements. The post-race show is live next after what was an incredible Grand Prix.